a light is hitting the. I don't know, like maybe you just flip off the light. I don't know, shit. That shit's like beaming. Just flip off the light first. Fuck. No, yeah. Yeah, that's better. Fuck.
Not, oh my God, it's them. I see you in here being ignorant, oh maybe. Thank you always for the beats. I don't even have to ask for him. That's how much he cared about me.
Fuck.
Hello, everyone. Happy Friday.
It's fucking late.
Hopefully, y'all had a good week. Thank you for the birthday wishes. I appreciate it. I had a good day yesterday. Whew, yeah, it was a good one. I'm trying to figure out where I want to go eat today for the continuation of it for the weekend. Thank you. So we just gonna jump right in. I'm gonna jump on into Naomi since we had her this week. I think her finale's coming up next. It's 2 parts or whatever. But she's still pissed off at her parents because she didn't know they were aliens and they lied and blah blah blah. But that dude Brutus, I guess, about to pop up. I know one of his little hench hoes popped up. I forgot. Yeah. And what's his name? With the suits, Zumbato. Yeah. And that lady, I think her name Akira, was like they on her. Well, I know Zumbato on her side. I don't know about the Akira lady because she could be playing an angle. I don't know, but. Nah, Naomi built different with the way she talked to her parents. I would not comment on that. She definitely built different though. But yeah, she was hiding out at her friend's house. Alright, I'm out of bed work. Alright, I'll catch you later. Not happy belated 25th, the child. I got kids close to 25. You talking about happy 25th? Close enough. Next week will be a good week. You get the Moonknight finale, and then you get Doctor Strange. So yes, that will be a good week next week. We're always caught up on Superman and Lois. If we watch Naomi, then of course we watch that. I mean, they literally come on the same day.
I mean,
I been knew that other girl was crushing on Naomi though. I just didn't know if she liked her back.
That was fucked up. Like yeah.
But she went off on her like, I'm not here to be your friend. But then you over there dancing with her other friend like they not friends. Like how can you not be friends with somebody, but you friends with the other friends in their circle? Like she didn't ask you talking about just her ride. She could have got a ride from somebody else.
It was fucked up. Yeah, I don't think Naomi coming back next season though. With the way things are looking.
Thank you, lovely.
Like it just.
Thank you, Jill.
I just don't think.
I want to do a review of Multiverse of Madness because we probably gonna watch it multiple times that weekend, but we'll see. Because we always say we're gonna do a review and then we don't end up doing it, so it just depends on what our schedule look like. But for that movie, I definitely want to because I feel like a lot of stuff is gonna happen in that movie to like shape where they go further with like MCU stuff. So we'll see.
Where we going? We want to keep talking about Naomi.
I don't know what else happened on there. Just keep talking about it to me.
Yeah, Young Justice. Young Justice. Yeah.
This episode of Young Justice from this week is caught up on Patreon, but it gotta catch up on YouTube. But on this week, they were showing the folks over there in the Phantom Zone over there with that slavery chant for the House of Zod. I ain't got time for that kind of shit. They was over there showing that with Superboy. I'm hoping he's smart enough to come to his senses and realize he gotta like do this until he get out. But
Excuse me.
Thank you. And then they son over there in Metron Vault trying to get the thing. They had a whole thing with that going on. And then Rocket and Jay,
Forge.
yeah, they all having a meeting with the people. What is it on the new? What is it? Whatever, where the new guys at or whatever. Silhouetted Animated, thank you for the donation. Sir, you could have like waited till we got to that, cause I ain't gonna remember to come back to that. But work for the houses. That was a whole ass slavery chant. Like I wasn't finna get on board with that. Like, excuse me. And then I don't like that the mama over there messing with that girl that's unconscious. Like, I don't trust none of them hoes. Thank you, Akame.
I did think I still think I saw somebody from the House of L.
Yeah, I remember seeing the little S or whatever it was too. But it looked like, I don't know what was like, if somebody had scratched his chest, it looked like something else was going on with it too, but thanks, Jordan. Hey, Danny. Okay, let's try to hold off on...
We're not talking about Doctor Strange, y'all.
I was just gonna say, like, let's try to do this stuff first so we don't run out of time, because all the shows came back on this week, so we got a little more to talk about than normal. But I don't really have time to watch other people's reactions. It depends on like what shows are out, but there's nothing out right now to make me want to watch anybody else's reactions, to be honest. I think the last time I watched somebody's reaction was when Squid Game came out. I think that was probably like, it just, I don't really be having time, to be honest. I do support other reactors all the time in my own way, but I don't have time to just go watch other people's videos. Oh, your mother, here you go. Thank you for the donation. I appreciate it.
Appreciate it. What you saw?
One person had an L something on their chest.
Somebody said something about watching other people.
Yeah,
I didn't see it.
Do you watch other people's reactions? I ain't just make it up. Let's see. I mean, we game on this channel already. If you go back and look through some of the videos, we just haven't been recently. I mean, it don't be no point depending on what I play, because it get claimed. So anything that got music gonna get claimed. So that's why I be on Twitch. If you want to watch games, follow Twitch. I'm gonna be on there tonight.
I don't stream.
Hey, Lizzie. So what were we on? Oh yeah, Young Justice. Mm-hmm. So whatever was going on with them trying to get the thing from Metron, the what is it called again? It's something to open the Phantom Zone. I forgot what the exact name of it is.
I forgot what the name of that shit is too.
But they finally got it after all that struggle. But fucking Metron was like busting in on their meat, like, bitch, if y'all want to save the universe, come on, let's go now. I'm like, he asking for help with all this shit going on. With all this shit going on. Phantom Zone projector. Yeah, that's it. That sounds more accurate. But they finally showed Beast Boy go talk to Dinah.
Broke his ass down.
Baby, the way she was like, I gotta check a couple boxes, and that paper ain't had nothing, just check marks on it. That shit was hilarious. She already knew what he was gonna come in there about. That now she a good therapist, cause she got that ass. Like, she got that ass. How Twitch notifications work, cause I never get them. I don't know, you have to check your settings, but if you have Twitch and then you follow me, whenever I go live, it should send you a notification. It may not be as soon as I go live, but within them first 5 minutes, it should notify you. Because it even sends me a notification, because I can use my dashboard on my phone. So that's
like, I don't know how y'all don't get Twitch notification. I get every one. People
I get so many of them on
my
phone.
Like, motherfuckers be like, oh, I don't get Twitch notification. I feel like motherfuckers be lying, because I get every Twitch notification every day. I don't miss a notification, bro. I don't miss them.
Yeah, he tried to play her as, oh, I'm good. I'm recovering. I may still have drugs in my system even though I'm not taking them right now. All this kind of stuff. He tried to play her ass. She got his ass eventually though. But I'm glad she got him to a point to realize that he needs help. Like if you can't admit that and want to get it on your own, nothing nobody else do is gonna matter. And that's how he was when McGunn and them came and he was just like next. Like ain't nobody got time for this shit. I don't know what the fuck I cut my finger right there. I'm still rooting for Beast Boy. He's gonna get help. Like they not gonna let. Like that's the whole purpose of him coming to therapy. But it was sad to see him feel like all of these things were his fault, not just Connor. That was just like the breaking point for him. But Wally, Rita from Doom Patrol, his mom, like he was like 8, I think, when his mom died. But he was like, but if I could have been better, like he was like all that shit just been built up. Breon. Like, all this shit just built up. And all this time, he just been feeling like his fault. To the time where, like, now Connor is, like, too much. But that's sad that he had been carrying all that, like, all that time. So, I hope he actually gets the help he needs. I fucks with Young Justice, though, because for it to be animated, they out here, like, telling stories that motherfuckers that on live TV should be telling. You know what I'm saying? But I guess people either don't know how to do it right, or you just got some people that's gonna complain about it. But, like, they touching so many different aspects, but you still like the show. Like, you know what I'm saying? That shit is crazy. I'm just wondering what's gonna happen with Superboy. Like, is he really gonna be for these people when he got out of here, or is it gonna be something to make him like, I don't want him to, like, because he been here so long, he's not the same person, because that's gonna affect them people's future too. Because if you look at them people differently that you made that Legion or whatever for, then he may not still end up making it in the future. So I'm just wondering how they gonna do all that too. But Young Justice has the potential to have so many seasons, so many stories, so many characters. I'm just waiting on Nightwing. I think that's the only one by now they ain't really showed much of. Other than when Connor died, they ain't really shown him.
Yeah, like that's the thing. Like,
he went and fought that one time with Artemis, right? When they all like ganged up in the city and then people jumped out the food truck and stuff. Like, I think he was in that episode, but they hadn't really shown him at all.
Nope.
No, we haven't watched Sonic 2. Why? I ain't paying money to see that.
See what?
They said we watched Sonic 2. I don't support every actor that come out with a movie, so. And we have mods here that literally answer y'all questions and y'all overlook them. Damn, that's fucked up. Lizzie said the showrunner just said Batwoman won't get a season 4.
Don't surprise me.
It don't surprise me, but they deserved another season though, for real. Yeah. But that's because of all this new shit they trying to do. Now that they done merged with Discovery, like, bitch, we gonna get our money back. Like, y'all over here just playing. We about to redo all of this. The only thing they probably won't touch is the Batman or stuff. Cause like Flash movie probably won't happen now. To be honest, they ain't telling you that shit, but it may not happen now. Cause it's already pushed back, and then he keep getting in.
The movie's done. The movie's done. They're done shooting.
The movie can be done. That don't mean it's gonna come out in theaters.
Oh, it's coming out. You're not like.
But it don't make sense to come out if they finna restructure everything. If it's not gonna like play.
The only thing they would do is, if you're gonna recast, change. You would make it so that when Barry runs back to stop himself, it's another Barry. So boom.
I just feel like the realest shit that superheroes could ever do is focus on superheroes' mental health, because they're still people. Like, some of these, you can have a superpower, some of these people, even John, like when he came from Mars and was on Earth, and he was like, he chose to be a black person because of like the stuff they went through and all that. Like, it's different. Mine says, like, yeah, they may have powers, but that don't mean you're not a person. Like, they still want to make families and they still want to do whatever too. So to focus on their mental, like, they not perfect people. Like, yeah, they may have powers, but they still go through shit like the next person. Why you think you have villains? They have the possibility to be good guys, but it depends on how they grew up or what their circumstances were. Had their circumstances been different, you might have could have got a superhero out of somebody that's a villain. So that just goes to play into that too. Just like you have superheroes that turn into villains. You have anti-heroes, you have people that help other people but feel like certain people need to die, so they kill. Like,
bro. If the Flash movie doesn't have Reverse Flash, it sucks. It makes no sense.
I don't understand what people hating on Iris. She got one foot out the door anyway. They got like one more season. And she finna be out of here anyway. It's her fans that like, people that ain't even really her fans coming in like, oh, you and Grant mad at each other because y'all ain't got no scenes together. She had to like address that shit on her IG. Like, me and Grant fine. Like, she's like, that's writing. They ain't got nothing to do with me. Like, she's like, that ain't got nothing to do with me. Like, she professional. Even if she had a problem with somebody, her and Caitlyn ain't all the girl who like, they ain't always got along. But if she got to be in the scene with her, that's her job. Like, so she gonna do that.
I don't want Grant to do the Flash movie.
I don't either, and I'm sure he tired of that shit anyway. Because if he wanted to keep doing the Flash, he would have signed on for more seasons of the TV show. Especially with them paying him more per episode next season. So, like, he literally like, y'all, I'm good. They ain't got their shit together for me to be trying to do no shit over there like that. Now with Discovery, I would love for them to turn that shit around. And then now you got Marvel and DC where you hype all year for shit that's coming out on both sides. I've always wanted that. So it would be good if they could do that. But like, when you have Warner Brothers won't even fire people when they out here need to be canceled and won't fire them because you scared of what a couple fans gonna say or whatever. Like, I'm good on that shit. Like, it's your company. And if people gonna pay to see something, they gonna pay to see it anyway. So at the end of the day,
they're not spending extra money to go do reshoots, y'all. They're not doing that.
Bitch, just cancel the shit and start over, period. They should have been restarted over. Like, that shit ain't make sense no way. Like, they had a couple of good movies, like, during this whole little thing, but there's just a couple out of how many y'all was supposed to have. I think Grant probably want to go, like, do either, like, how he did his own movie with the little dog. I need to watch that. Or he probably want to go do Broadway or something. I don't know. I don't feel like he, like, trying to do that.
He probably want to do something lighter because you spent 8 years doing fucking CW shit and all those hours, you know what I'm saying, you put into a show. Yeah. Like, you working 18-hour days. Like,
and he got a baby now. He want to see his baby.
Nobody want to work 18-hour days.
That's some of the reason Melissa left, didn't it? Because she had a baby too. Like, she was missing out on stuff. Like, I don't blame them.
Nobody want to work 18-hour days and got a family, bro. Like, case in point, like, people hate Tyler Perry, right? But Tyler Perry shoots shit fast. He shoots shit fast and he gets you back to your family. He can shoot a whole season or some shit in like 3 weeks.
I feel like I be overdone with the Madeira stuff, but like, he know what his audience like, so that's why he makes stuff like that. So as long as y'all like shit like that, he gonna keep making it cause y'all like it. Like,
and like, he like cause y'all know I don't know if y'all know who DeVal is, but DeVal be gone. Like, he'll be gone for like 3 weeks. Shoot, like he'll be like in his little Instagram stories and Facebook stories. He'll be like, yeah, he finna go shoot. He'll be go shoot for like 2-3 weeks, and then come back. Boom, like, let's go. Like, you can do it. Well, I mean, it doesn't have CGI trait. You can. That's CGI. That's not. Like, get this shit done. Like, why are we spending years? Like, they added 2 extra episodes. I told y'all why they did them 2 extra episodes, because they trying to make sure when we don't come back, we wrap this shit up, just in case. Man, hold up. Why you asking me if I like Ben Affleck? I said Ben Affleck would have been a good Batman way before when people were dogging him out about the whole Daredevil thing. Just like I said, Robert Pattinson was gonna be good. Robert Pattinson. I'm always the guy that's gonna give people the benefit of the doubt, and then people jump on the bandwagon after, and then they say, "Trey, did you like this person?" What? But yeah, Young Justice was good this week. It was really good, and the whatever the fucking mist was that was fucking attacking them.
Was it a planet eater? Some kind of sun eater, something. I forgot what
like
it was.
Heat eater or something, like,
yeah,
energy eater or some shit.
Red dust though was fucking their ass up.
That shit was crazy. I Let's go. Let's move on.
So what you want to do next?
Flash.
Okay, so Flash was it was a good episode this week. You got Deathstorm, you got your villain dropping bodies, not giving a fuck, which is always good. Dropping bodies. I knew that motherfucker ain't killed Caitlyn for a reason though. Like you ain't gonna, cause like why am I taking you somewhere else to murder you? I would want your friends to see your dead corpse on they floor in this fucking building when they come to work. Like the fuck. Like I'm like, why she want her to be the flame bride, his flame bride, and that's exactly what the fuck he doing. He killing people to transfer their energy and her to transform her ass into something else. Now that shit would be cool if they did that and they had to get rid of her and that's how she left out the show. That shit would be crazy as fuck. Like sometimes you just gotta do stuff like that, but I don't know. They had that going on, then Iris still had her time sickness stuff going on. Now that's how I know like it's always amazed me how they never made her and Caitlyn like friends, even though they were like there. Cause I'm like, Sue ain't even been with the group long, and Sue been a better friend to her than you know what I'm saying, Caitlyn ever was. So, but
and that shit is obvious, bro. Like you can't sit here and tell me like if you've been watching the show since the beginning that shit ain't obvious. The biggest conversation I've seen those two have was in season 2 when Iris and Caitlyn were talking in the lab about Barry and how she was having feelings. That was the biggest moment they had.
Y'all trip me out though when y'all talk about the CGI for a show that come on TV.
What about it?
I'm just saying like people that'd be like people main thing I guess with like Deathstorm, but I'm like, what do you want it to look like on the budget that they own? Like what do you want it to look like? At least it ain't paper mache like running around on the screen.
I don't know what people expect.
I feel like
TV.
the Deathstorm CGI look better than the CGI they tried to do during Armageddon.
It's like people want, you know what I'm saying, movie quality CGI.
Child, that would be some ignorant shit if they turn her into like a fire demon and she had to fight Frost. I'll be all for that shit. Somebody got to go.
Like I don't understand that. Oh,
yeah,
the CGI
Sue out here doing the most for Iris.
Like I understand certain things. I'd be like, yo, they could have polished just a little better.
Somebody already told us Melanie, so that means the next cancellation's coming because Ledge is probably gonna be next because they normally go hand in hand.
Oh yeah.
No, they're gonna reboot Batwoman. I had already seen it that they were saying that they wanted to reboot it. That's how I knew they probably was gonna cancel this one. But if you reboot it, I'm not watching it. I was good with the people that y'all had after that hoe came and fucked over y'all, and then like y'all really gonna fuck over them after. So I'm just hoping that all my peeps get another good job and move on. So, June, thank you for the donation. Do you think the Flash writers are avoiding acknowledging the multiverse because the future of the CW verse is unclear? I mean,
that makes no sense.
All the reason I would say no is because they've had plenty of time to do it before they knew this was gonna happen. Like it's been years that when did they do the whole? Was that season 6 or 7?
6 Crisis.
That's what I was like. They done had time now, so
but the whole thing is it doesn't make sense to avoid the multiverse because it's DC. We're the Flash. We the reason the multiverse started.
It don't make sense for one show to avoid it anyway if they gonna do it on another show because you know the multiverse exists on Superman and Lois. It's like,
oh, we don't want to acknowledge that the Arrowverse, we're a part of the Arrowverse over here on this show. But it's like, it's stupid. It's like, and like, this is the thing that pisses me off with WBTV. Because you started as a universe. Why can't we end as a universe? Like, I don't get it. It's like y'all were like, okay, we made this big universe. Now the universe seems to be getting smaller. So let's not just acknowledge anything. Let's not acknowledge that we have a universe anymore. Like,
they gonna reboot and rebrand a lot of shows. That's the whole purpose of like if I were to buy DC, I would start over. Like I would start a lot of that shit over. Certain shows they were already doing well, which is why certain shows got renewed. Because you still gotta have some money coming in somewhere. You can't cancel everything because it's gonna take years for you to cast and write and make new shows. It's not gonna all just pop up just like that if you ain't already have that stuff in place to do that anyway. So you're gonna keep the couple shows that are good, so you still got ratings and money coming in, and then everything else that wasn't doing what you wanted it to do, you're gonna reboot and rebrand, or you're gonna do something new. So Naomi probably not making it. Legends and Batwoman already, you already know for sure. Legends probably not making it. I don't know about Stargirl because it seemed like a lot of people actually like Stargirl, but I don't know because it was like a show that was coming on at a different time anyway, and they still ain't even like, her show normally comes out in summer, and it's gonna be May, and they ain't even announced when her show coming out. So I don't know. That's, I'm just like, everything is in limbo right now, other than the stuff that they said for sure was coming back. And to be honest, Discovery should cancel the CW actual channel, and you should put the stuff on a streaming service. Like, put it on like HBO Max or whatever y'all own or whatever like that. So ain't nobody gotta sit, you know what I'm saying, record everything at one time, so you get your episodes week to week. You don't have to take no all them different kind of breaks. You ain't gotta watch no commercials. Like, you'll get more money that way, I feel, with a streaming service versus somebody trying to either tune in at 7 when most people don't watch TV like that no more, for the generation y'all trying to get to anyway. Don't watch TV no more, you know what I'm saying? Or I gotta get on the CW app and watch 37 ads to fucking watch the show. Like, not that please buy. You gonna crowdfund me to buy them? That's millions of dollars. Like, if I could buy DC, I wouldn't be right here on this video right now. I don't know what's going on in the world about right now. It's a lot of people selling stock. I noticed that. Elon Musk selling Tesla. And then Amazon and what other big company? Apple are doing some kind of day where you could buy the shares for like way less than you normally would. And I'm like, what's going on that y'all need to do that? Because if your shit good, you wouldn't have to do that. Like, they having a day where you get the stock for like a fourth of the price that it normally is. And so I was like, all that shit don't sound right. Like, it's other stuff going on that we ain't gonna see it until like after it already happened. Because most time when rich people just sell their stock for lower prices, either the stocks are gonna plummet later, or they know that something's coming that we ain't like. You
How do y'all feel like ratings work? What do y'all think are bad ratings? Like, what do y'all think are bad ratings?
That's what I think too, Monique. That's why I'm not finna put no money to nothing. That shit sound appealing, but then you put all your money to them stocks and then they ain't gonna be worth shit. You know what I'm saying? 6 months later. That's why I'm like, nah, rich people. And Elon Musk selling stock. Like, he make money, like, him and Jeff Bezos always make a lot of money. So if y'all about to, like, lower the stock prices for to sell that stuff out for Amazon and Tesla, it's something wrong that's finna happen.
The Flash running on lightning was dope. I didn't think he was finna run on lightning, but that shit was dope.
Thank you, King Dupree. Yeah, it was. And I think the name of the song was Ride the Lightning. I think somebody said that was like the actual name of the song that they played or whatever. But that was cool. I like that they give him moments like that. He was trying to snatch that hoe. Like, he was really trying to get
bad ratings depend on the show for me. That's not how
ratings work.
That's not how ratings work.
You could think a show bad and they could have the best ratings out there just because you don't like it. That's not how they work.
That's not how ratings work, y'all.
You get, like, I like plenty of shows that don't get good ratings because, like, people picky about what they watch.
Ratings are numbers, y'all. Numbers. What do y'all think ratings, bad ratings are?
Now I wish they would have had him run on clouds like in the comics.
Walker has the highest ratings on the network right now. And the highest ratings aren't shit to brag about. Because the highest ratings are just 1 million people tuning into the show.
To be fair, the channel as a whole isn't like really doing like numbers like other channels, but it's not as big of a network either. That's why I said I feel like they do better on the streaming service, but that's my opinion.
But ratings have dropped. But okay, the highest rated thing on the network was The Vampire Diaries, which was 4 million. The second highest rated show was The Flash, that debuted at I think Vampire Diaries had like 4.5, and I think The Flash had like 4.3 million. And over the course of 8 years, The Flash has gone down to basically, what is it?
Ratings isn't always.
It went down to like a 500,000. Like, no, like 0.7 million. or
Ratings?
0.6 or 0.5. What I'm getting at is that shows start out now, like Superman and Lois debuted at like 1 million or 1.5 million, I think. This is your debut, your first episode. So ratings now on this network are at an all-time low. Your network has bad ratings all over. Your highest show, highest rating is like maybe Walker is at 700K, 800K. That's not good. I understand y'all might love Superman and Lois. It's a good show, but the ratings are ass. The Flash ratings are ass. But with the Flash being in season 8, that doesn't matter because it's in season 8. That's normal. When you're in season 1, season 2, that's bad.
But Supergirl was gonna do that because it went from a major network to a smaller network. That's the thing. 8 million for Supergirl on the network she was on isn't still a lot anyway. That's why they went on and let her go somewhere else.
Like her being on CBS, she started on CBS, the biggest network in America. She's gonna have 8 million, 9 million, 10 million views because people just gonna leave their channel on CBS. But when she moved, it was a drastic change. That doesn't count for her.
And CBS shows that are popular be getting 20 plus million or more sometimes. That's what I'm saying. That's not like a lot. 8 million ain't a lot. That's the difference in being on like a bigger network versus a smaller one.
No, hiatus doesn't help. Like on certain network, hiatus doesn't matter. On the 4 major networks, hiatus doesn't fucking matter. ABC, NBC, CBS. I forgot the other one. Is that it? NBC, ABC, CBS. Those 3, it don't matter about hiatus because people are gonna tune into those networks. Period.
Yeah, people gonna always, cause like them the kind of channels where if you don't have like the extra money to buy cable, you gonna get them channels regardless. You gonna get ABC, CBS, NBC, like you gonna get that stuff basic regardless. So,
but what I'm saying is that shit, like people love throwing around that a show is good. A show can be good, and if your ratings are low, you're gonna get canceled.
But like, people can promote their show all they want if people don't want to watch it. And then if you ain't paying me to promote it, like I get it, like I'm on the job. Like most people, like for movies, they get paid for press. Like on a TV show, they may not do that, but for the most part, most of the bigger people do if they have social media. Like Grant don't be on social media like that, so you can't say he don't promote the Flash. He don't promote shit because he don't be on there. Which I don't blame him for staying off because it's toxic. Everybody don't want to be on social media. But if something big is coming up, you would see them like make a post or whatever. Oh, the season finale of The Flash coming, blah, blah, blah. Or when Crisis come, everybody promoting Crisis and stuff like that. Like Javicia and them was always like promoting Batwoman. Like they all would talk about Batwoman on Twitter. That ain't gonna save your show though. Mm-hmm. Especially if people like, I don't know who that is. Like if people ain't following you.
Yeah. Batwoman
Ruby Rose had a whole bunch of followers. Like, what is that doing for her career?
Batwoman was doomed from the first fucking trailer. That first trailer doomed Batwoman. Because we were in that era where, oh, here you go, trying to understand that whole shit. That's what that whole shit was about. And it's a wrap. It don't matter though. But the Flash,
I ain't buying no stock because the stock market gonna fuck around and crash before this year ever will. It's already people talking about it's a food shortage, gas was high. Now all these rich people selling their stock. They selling their stock to make sure they have money for when your ass don't have no money. I'm not doing that. What I'm buying stock in Netflix for, and then 6 months later, half of the world shit is like canceled and fucked up. I'm good. I'll save that for something else. This is why I'm trying to learn how to grow food right now, because I'm telling you, they ain't telling y'all the real shit.
That is not why fucking this is what I be talking about. Y'all I don't know what y'all be hearing. Luke Cage was not canceled because of low ratings. Luke Cage was canceled because I said, oh, they finna go to Marvel. And who did you see in Spider-Man No Way Home? I told y'all this years ago. I was like, oh, give it like 2 or 3 years. They'll be in a Marvel movie.
Right, they can say it's low ratings, but Netflix don't own them characters. So as soon as Marvel was like, once this contract over, y'all
It's
can't
a wrap.
have them
Marvel
no more.
wanted them fucking
What am I
characters.
study making shows for if I'm gonna lose them? Like,
And I told
that's
them-
money they wasted. Like, had Netflix kept going with, that would be money they would lose making more Luke Cage seasons.
And you wouldn't have got Matt in fucking Spider-Man.
Because now you
done
done paid money to make a show that I own now. Like, think about that. Netflix made Daredevil, like Jessica Jones, all this shit, and it's at Disney Plus now. After they done fucking paid the actors, after they done did all this shit, like it's just sitting over here because I own them characters. Like, y'all have to think about it like that. I'm good. Buy low and sell high is good, but it's not gonna be good if the stock market crash. Like, y'all do what y'all want to do though. I'm good. Y'all better invest in making your own gardens and saving and making your own like rainwater things and shit for y'all fucking around and it don't be nothing to eat or drink around this beach. Why would I tell you how much I make per video though? How much do you make per video? It's YouTube. It's an algorithm. Nobody makes the same thing no matter what channel you're on. I don't feel like that's your business. Like, why does that matter? If I did tell you, you can't make the same thing I'm making anyway. That's not how life works.
Superman and Lois.
But, like, you can't say Batwoman is getting canceled because of Gotham Knight when that show may not even happen anymore. Like, that shit they announced before the merger. That show with Diggle, that shit may not even happen anymore. They're not even talking about them shows no more right now. Like, ain't no guarantee that stuff gonna happen. Somebody asked if you own Young Justice and Flash on DVD. I don't think we own any Young Justice anything on DVD. And I forgot how many seasons of The Flash we got.
I don't know where y'all get y'all information from or why y'all just don't think before you type. Y'all already know that the CW only has so many shows that they're going forward.
Even if they partially own them, they don't belong to Netflix.
What?
Talking about the characters like the Daredevil and them. It's Marvel. Like, they Marvel characters.
They partially own them.
Only character I know if that's partially owned is like Hulk and Spider-Man. It may be a couple more, but
no, any Spider-Man character, i.e. Venom, Morbius, any Spider-Man character basically is owned by Sony. Anything Spider-Man related is owned by them. Everything else is owned by Marvel Disney.
Jude, thank you for the donation. I'm
everything
a fan of all
except Hulk.
Actors,
everything else is owned by Marvel Disney. Netflix don't own shit. What are y'all talking about?
He was about to get his own comic and it got canceled because he started cutting up. They were gonna do a Flashpoint comic that had Ezra basically as the Flash in it, but it's canceled now because of all the stuff that's going on. Why do y'all do that? Y'all piss me the fuck off when y'all do that. This is our stream. If I want to talk about something, I'm gonna talk about it. If you can't wait, leave. So, Superman and Lois. No, you can wait or you can fucking leave and you can watch the VOD and you can find it on your own later. Like, you're not gonna rush me to talk about nothing. Like, fuck out of here with that. Y'all be so fucking rude. Some of y'all mamas ain't teach y'all nothing. Your grandmamas, whoever the fuck raised y'all.
Yeah, the Raising Dion show got canceled.
Yeah, it's a lot of Netflix shows about the, like, Netflix algorithm is dumb to me because they focus on shows that get new people to join or people that ain't had a subscription in a long time to come back versus like people that just keep watching all the time. Like, if I got a show that the same people gonna keep watching or whatever, I'm gonna keep making that show. Why do I give a fuck about somebody that ain't been with Netflix in 8 months when you might watch this one show and then cancel again for another 8 months instead of getting a steady 8 months worth of income? Like, somebody over there don't know how to do math. That's why they've been suffering all this time already.
Some people over there ain't got common sense.
They ain't nobody but the CEO, like whoever own it. Like, they the one who be calling them shots.
No,
like,
that's
that
the
shit dumb.
COO, chief operating.
See whatever. Like, that's
chief
whoever
operating
that is.
officer is stupid as fuck.
It be CEOs that override them hoes too, though. That be dumb because they own the company. It's what I say. Like, people do that kind of shit too. Did the Diggle Show even have a title? Yeah, it was like
Justice You.
yeah. That I was gonna say yeah, it had a title.
Sound like a fucking college university.
Oh please, cause it's gonna be kids like that's college age. I think it is like that. They gonna be like college kids that he gonna train. Your mother, thank you so much for the donation, and thank you for boosting the Discord server the other day.
Superman and Lois though. It was good this week. Got to see what the fuck was going on with Clark. Boy.
Yeah, we got to see the inverse world or whatever, Bizarro world. That shit was square when he showed up. He was looking like the fuck. He was up in the sky like, excuse me. Them bitches over there with square earth, square pool cubes. Like, they over here
yo,
like...
the pool cubes fucked me up. I was like, yo, how this gonna work?
Right. Like, how this sliding around on the table like this. But
I am confused by this one, big dog.
That shit is crazy.
But the shit that we called though. Lana and fucking Ty.
Lana was over there cutting up though. I'm like, she was already a rebel before she even got. So I'm wondering, like, she had to take something to get powers, right? Because they had her in one of the clips like she was just a waitress. Then she got with Tal, and then all of a sudden she was Superwoman. So I wonder like how that worked. And why the fuck Allie? I still don't get why she merged with herself. Like, you already garbage. So you just like 2 times garbage now? Like, you just double trash? Like, what is the reason? And that's the thing that pissed me off too a little bit about the story, because like you got this inverse world, but supposedly the multiverse exists now on Superman and Lois since y'all had Diggle come. So there's other versions of you out there. Are you gonna merge with them all? Like, I don't understand what y'all getting at with this incomplete shit. Bitches like 50 other versions of your ass. Well, it really infinite, but I'm gonna say 50 because that's the number I chose. It's like 50 other dusty ass alleys out here, and then you just chose this because she was the closest one. Is that like what it was? That's the closest universe for you to jump to? Like, child, who is your family? How this shit even get started? What they say when they explain why they merged? Cause she garbage. What is you merging for? She dying and trying to extend her life? Cause like she still gonna die, bitch. I'm just waiting on it. I told Trey that too. I want to see their John fight our Jordan. Like, that's gonna be a good fight. But I also feel like, cause like Jonathan can fly from over there. I don't think Jordan can fully fly yet, right? Mm-hmm. He just kind of make like big jumps or something. I forgot what he did. But I'm like, he the type of motherfucker that's gonna hold back too. That's what's gonna get his ass moved. Like, he gonna be looking like he fighting his brother. Bitch, that's not your brother. He's from somewhere else. Your brother ain't got no powers yet. Like, I feel like he'd lose cause he'd hold back, but
this is when I would want Jonathan powers to awaken fully.
Yeah. But I don't know how they gonna do that unless they actually make them merge together. But see, I don't know what the merging do, cause like which personality you got, or do you got some of both? Like, how that shit gonna work? Like, is that how he gonna get his powers? Like, his self from the other place is actually gonna merge with him? Like, that shit would be kind of ignorant. Them motherfuckers over there in the inverse where he don't even act like he 15 over there or 16, however old he is, they grown. They had that lady smiling at him like he was dating that lady on whatever show they was going on. He was getting pressed. She looked like she grown. So I'm like, none of that shit matter over here. Y'all just Gucci with whatever.
Boy, we're throwing up that House of L gang sign and that bitch. You saw that boy throwing that shit up.
I was like,
that boy throwing that shit up. That boy had that gang sign. Like, oh, this boy about that life.
And fucking emo ass Jordan, like, he already emo.
They straightened that boy.
And they had him turn around and die. Like, they had him over there. Like, please.
That shit's horrible.
Had him with that swoop. They might merge in all the other memories and get all the other memories and problems. Yes, the bang, not the bang. They gave him the bang. Yeah, I'm talking about that shit. You could even see his face. They had that shit so far. He's sitting on the couch like this. Here you go. Here. He's sitting on the couch like this. I'm like, boy, what the hell? Baby Lois left. I'm tired of you doing this press, and I'm tired of you saving everybody like she is going off. I'm like, they was really cutting up over there. Like, they really was cutting up. I still don't understand what the fuck happened to Clark that his face got like that. Cause I was trying to understand why he looked. Cause at first when they show him he was normal, I was like, wait a minute, how he look like Bizarro like on our Earth? I'm like, wait a minute. My sir was over there slurping up the kryptonite. I don't know what something they was over there doing. I'm like, that's what Lana was doing too. Child, they was sucking on that goddamn kryptonite over there. I'm like, ooh.
It was going on, man. That was a good fucking episode.
Pieces of Allie's followers were floating in the void. Yeah, because them first two that got sucked up got fucked up. They ain't make it all the way through. That's probably why she stayed back to be last. She probably knew that shit was gonna happen. They were eating them like that Batwoman kryptonite that looked like a Jolly Rancher. They was over there eating that shit like candy. Yo, what you got over there? You got some kryptonite? How much they call? Let me get some of that. Let me get some of that kryptonite. Hey, let me holler. Child. And Anderson, they want to make us feel bad from this episode because his other half got fucked up. Jonathan killed his ass.
He killed both of them.
That's you right. He did later on. I was gonna get to that. He killed both of their ass. Like, yeah, Jonathan killed Anderson and Anderson 2.0. That's why I started getting anxious because I was like, bitch, when they were showing all this, I'm like, bitch, his face scratched out in these pictures. I'm like, that's the one that came over there where we at. I was like, hold on now, like, what's going on? And then they kept showing, and then they showed he was following Anna. I was like, oh no, I was like, this bitch don't mean us anyway. Like, nothing good is gonna come of this. Child, he over here to merge. I can't be the wife of somebody that got like superpowers and I don't have nothing. I'm gonna have to pull out the shotty like Iris something. Cause the way Lois be screaming when people get snatched, I just be like, girl, that is gonna do nothing. She was screaming, Jonathan! She's screaming because he about to get snatched up. I'm like, girl. And Clark ass done left. I better beat the shit out of him by the time he come back. You done fucking left me here knowing these hoes could have came back.
And what's funny is like over there, it's like that shit was instant. It's like that shit was instant. For us, like on Earth, it's like time. It's been a month.
I just think they didn't say it. I think it took a month over there too, but I just don't think they just tried to run through the story without putting them timelines up there. Is basically what they were doing. Because it had to operate the same, or they wouldn't be able to like merge regularly like that. So the time still have to probably operate the same, but. Child, I'm like, first season, was that the first season? Yeah, Jordan got snatched by Town Row and they was into some shit. Now Jonathan about to get snatched by the other Jonathan. like, y'all I would have called the DO. Let my motherfucking brother-in-law out of jail, bitch, because we got some problems. Town Row probably would have been like, excuse me. I'd be like, you want to redeem yourself, bitch? Go get your nephew. I'm too ghetto for this, y'all. I'm calling everybody. I'm calling my dad. Listen, motherfucker. I'm going to need you to... Anderson ain't there. I don't know who they're pulling strings at the DO. Let Taro out. Tell him, you want to be a part of this family? You want to come to Sunday dinner? Your nephew's in danger. I'm going to need you to save him. The one without the powers is in danger. I'm going to be like, no, sir. Y'all let him up out of there. Like, ain't nobody else here. I'm like, listen. Your brother done chose to go through this portal. He out world. I'm going to need you to come and step in for your family. I'm going to need you to come in. Child. And he was so nice on the other earth. He was like actually a good brother in the other world. The world's most eligible bachelor over here in Smallville picking up waitresses. I'm like, okay.
I need to know how fucking
y'all, baby Tyrone was gonna be on speed dial. Listen, I know we ain't got out to the best start, but I need your help right now. I need your help. You help. You invited to Thanksgiving and Christmas dinner. I promise. No matter what Clark say, let's go.
No matter what he say, god damn.
Listen, that's 2 days. Like 2 days to save your son's life. You can't get it up. Jordan and Bizarro Jonathan gonna be hell yeah, that'll be a good fight. So I'm hoping they do that shit. I'm just saying he might not know because he might think Jordan the one that's always like jumping into shit, so he might think he had to save Jordan. I'm like, no, you gotta save the one without the powers. Like, come on now, his other version is here. Not Tal gonna be sleeping on the oh, cause of what happened with him and Lana over there. She was like, no. Like, it was the way she looked at him like she knew he was about to let this motherfucker go. She was like, no. He, like, blew her out the way, did it? Did he use his breath to, like, blow her out the way? Like, she was... I'm just like, bro, when she come back, she probably over there whipping his ass as we speak. Child, And then, but Clark should be coming back though, cause he followed Jonathan through the portal right after, right? Mm-hmm. So he should be coming back soon. But I know it's probably gonna take him like a couple minutes to get his energy back fully now that he back. But he should be popping up. Nah, bros, before Bays. Child. Yeah, we heard Kimberly. It's gonna be a lot of sad days coming, I'm sure, for the CW and Warner Brothers.
I'm not even fazed by this shit.
Child, they was cutting up on Superman and Lois. I'm like, not this moving up on my list of favorite shows. Like, I wasn't even trying to watch this shit, to be honest, but it's good though. Did we ever see Jordan getting shot by guns? Because I think Jordan doesn't have that yet. I don't know. I don't think he's like immune to stuff, because when he fought that other boy, the drug one, that day, when he was trying to save Jonathan and his girlfriend, his hands were like bloody. So I don't think his hands would be bloody just fighting a normal person if he could take like a gunshot. So it probably won't do as much damage as like it would to a normal person, but I still don't think he's just immune to bullets though yet.
It's not a shame about John Watts leaving Fantastic Four. That's a smart decision. If you feel like, okay, I've done Spider-Man, but I don't feel like I can do this, it's better to leave a project and then fuck up a project. Whoever does Fantastic Four has to feel the confidence of doing Fantastic Four. He probably felt, no, I'm not capable of doing this. He read
it
the
takes
script.
a big person to know when they don't need to be a part of something though.
Like he stepped away. So that means in his mind he didn't feel like he could do this movie justice. So he stepped away. That's smart. Not
you calling Casey Isaiah. Them two different people, Danielle. What the fuck?
Like, you gotta know when to step away from shit. Know that, yeah,
Casey is Casey. Isaiah
this is not going to be good for me. I'm gonna make a bad decision with this. This is 4 characters that need a second reboot.
You sound like you got a lot of hate in your heart. You might want to go and eat some tacos or something and get on the toilet and get that out your system. I don't understand why y'all be here if y'all that mad at like a network and a show. Like, why are you here if you that mad? Like, why do y'all saying it and then still be watching it week to week? How I was on some fuck Titan shit. You think you gonna get a reaction for that shit? Because I'm over here with that hate in my heart about them? No. Like, you're not.
I mean, I don't think the Russo brothers would do Fantastic Four, but I'll be with it if they did it. I mean, I don't see how you could doubt the Russo brothers after fucking not only the Winter Soldier and then fucking Civil War, then Infinity War.
Danny, Casey is the one that sing all the time when he joined Discord, and Isaiah is the one that always got the suggestion or the questions. That's the one that's like, oh, I'm class president or I'm in the school play. Like, they all different people. It's okay.
But let's talk about this killer for the week.
Why do we stop reacting to Apex trailers? I mean, well, I wasn't playing Apex in the first place, so if Trey don't bring it up, it wasn't like I was looking forward. So, some things aren't worth me like busting down the door to my office to record, to be honest. Like, I have enough on my plate.
But let's talk about this great guy. Fucking Moonknight, bro. When I tell you, you can sit here and talk all the shit you want. Talking about these stories don't get dark. Marvel gets dark sometimes. Traumatic.
That was a lot for that episode. I said that in the video. I was like, I smell trauma coming. When they came in the room with the mama, she was barbecuing. I was like, I smell trauma coming,
bro.
And it's sad because like Steven was like on the phone, like he was on the phone with her every day, like, you know what I'm saying? She's sending postcards. So who really was doing that? It's like, where did the postcards come from? Was that Mark to keep up Steven's, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he was actually getting postcards. He would call her about the fish, call her like when he would miss that date with that girl, you remember he like called him. I'm like, so who are you really talking to? Because in the episode, it made it seem like he's just on the phone talking to nobody. Remember when he was breaking down about his mama dying and like he just got up and was on the phone automatically? He ain't dialed no numbers. He just pulled the phone and was like, yeah, mom, I did it again. I'm lost. You know, like, that shit was so fucking heartbreaking on so many levels. And I think I forgot to tell you, I don't know if I did or not, they're saying that Jake was in the episode. Like the time that he talked to Harrow at the beginning when he had the fucked up nose with the tape and he was about to shake him with the globe, they were saying that was Jake because the accent is slightly different than Mark's. And that's why they was gonna kill him, because that's the same way like he killed them followers. That's like shaking them with some. They were saying that was Jay, because if you listen to the accent, it's not the same accent that Mark has, and that's why the next time you saw him come in the office, he didn't have anything like on his face, no bruises and stuff like that. So that would be interesting if that's true. And then about the little girl from episode 1 that was in the museum, that was trying to litter in whatever she was in one of the pyramids, and she said, did it suck when you got rejected from the field of reeds? Remember she told him that, and then he was like, but I'm not dead, am I? Like, you know, like from the very first episode, the little girl with the glasses that was like off from the tour, she looked like she was school age, and he was trying to get her back, and she was like, did it suck when you got rejected from the field of reeds? And then like he was like, you know, looking at her like, but I'm not dead. I'm not dead, am I? Like, he was trying to be smart, but I'm like, like, how would she know that? And then if that is something that was supposed to happen, then how do we get him back? Like, are we gonna be able to get him back? I feel like Moonknight works because of his personalities.
Yeah.
Like, of course I want Mark to have closure and to heal, but I just feel like that show works like that because of that. Like, that makes him the unique. Yeah.
The dynamic they have is,
that makes him very unique. Y'all don't have to delete messages like that. It's already been said, so I mean, you can just leave it.
Now, yeah, if Oscar doesn't get an Emmy for this performance for this episode, I don't know what the fuck they doing, bro. The back and forth, the fucking, bro, it was just so much. It was heart-wrenching. Like,
I still don't think people understand also that, like, Mark is the dominant personality.
Yeah.
He created Steven to get away from, after his brother died and the abuse from his mom and stuff like that. When, like, we saw him, and then even Steven was like, you created me, like, you made me up. You know, like, he was pissed off about it at first. We saw Steven say that. Like, I just still think it's stuff that both of them don't know. Like, they don't know that there's still other, you know, like, pieces. I just don't know if Marvel wants to touch on that, though. But for them to throw in, like, if that could have been Jake with the busted nose and, like, about the, like, stab Harrow at first, you know, and which kind of fits because even when Mark was trying to leave, he always would try to leave and get away from him. He never tried to, like, attack him, really. When they were showing them sessions with Dr. Harrow, he always tried to, like, get up and leave. And then, like, the orderlies would try to, like, you know, give him drugs or do whatever. But for, like, the instant he tried to, like, shank him that first time, like, nah, bitch. Like, you got me fucked up. When he lost it, when Steven repeated what his mom said, I rewound that part so many times. That shit was just so fucked up, though, because, like, I'm guessing if Steven opened those doors to see certain stuff, it made him relive it too. So him having to relive, like, oh, him and his brother just wanted to go play, and that situation turning tragic like that. Like, that was a tragic situation. And I don't want to blame the dad because everybody go through what they go through, but the mom definitely needed help, like, way before, like, I don't know if she ever got help. He made it seem like she was going to get help, like, when he was older and tried to leave, and he was like, he couldn't lose 2 sons. Like, he was saying she was going to get help. And he was like, and he told his dad, he was like, that was on you. Like, you was supposed to get her help. Like, that was supposed to be your job. Like, to protect your other child that you have. Like, she needed help. She was broken. Because, like, when she went off like that at that funeral, day one, she needed help then. But I just don't know. The dad could have been in a state where I just lost my son. Then my other son is, like, grieving this way. And then if I have to put my wife somewhere where she need help. You know, like, I get it. And then they're Jewish. I don't know Jewish religion on medicine. I know some religions have, like, different methods to how they proceed with, like, hospitals and doctors and medicine and stuff like that. But she definitely needed help. So, like, for Marvel to go there and, like, show his mom, like, oh, it's your fault he died. You were always jealous. You know, like, you drowned him. Like, you let him drown. Like, all this kind of stuff. And then she called him, like, a disgusting... Then she called him, like, a disgusting human being or something. She was about to whoop him with that belt. And they hurry up. He hurry up and, like, got him out the room or whatever. I'm just like, that shit, like, that's dark. Like, that's dark as... Like, that's some dark shit. So, it was just, like... Then you have Steven that comes back later to comfort Mark, like, you were just a child, you know, like, it wasn't your fault, you know, and blah, blah. It's just, like, I don't know. That shit was, like, rough, though, watching them scenes. Because at first when they showed the little boy, I was thinking that was inner child. Like, I was thinking that was, like, another personality. I didn't know he had a brother, and that's, like, what happened to get him there. And then they got all the way up to the part where how he met Khonshu, like, how that whole thing started or whatever like that. So, it's just...
It was great. I can't wait to see how they wrap this up. Like...
Why is this person here? I just realized their name. Like,
Man, I don't know, man.
his mom might have had mental illness before her son died. I mean, it's possible, but from the clips they show, like, you know, they were having a little family day where she was grilling and she was like, later, alligator, see you later. Like, for her to tell them, be careful. Like, she always used to tell them, like, if it rains, don't go in there, like, and stuff like that. She seemed fine. Like, she didn't seem like anything was wrong. But the stress of a situation of losing a child can definitely break a person. Like, I just feel like when somebody loses a child, you can't really tell them how to grieve. Like, that's different for everybody. Like, that's hurtful. My grandma, my auntie died, and she told me, like, she's like, it's no pain like losing a child before you know, like, before you go, like, having your child die, like, early and stuff like that. And she was just like, nobody can ever tell me how that feels. She was like, I would never proceed to tell somebody, I could, you know, like, how people be like, oh, you know, I know how you feel, blah, blah. She's like, nobody could ever tell me that. She's like, you can assume, or I can only imagine, but she's like, nobody could ever tell me how that felt for me. So that's different for every parent. Like, every parent loves their child, but every parent also has different bonds with different children based on, like, what this child may like or what this child may do or whatever like that. So, in her mind, like, Mark could have been closer to his dad, and she could have been closer to the youngest son, so that could have been why it broke her. Like, that was her baby. Like, that was her youngest child. Like, they could have had a different kind of bond. Like, you can love your kids equally and still have a different kind of bond with each one of them. But y'all have to also normalize your mental can break and nothing be wrong with you before that. Don't always feel like because somebody is depressed or because somebody, you know what I'm saying, does something this way, they had an underlying condition. It's people that can be as strong-willed and minded as the next person, never had any issues of mental distress or anything like that, and there's something that can, like, literally break them. Like, there's something that can literally just break them. Like, it's just... Was it explained how she died, or did I miss that? I don't think they explained it. They just said that. I mean, he was grown at that point. And his dad, you know, they made his dad look older. She could have literally just died, like, because he grown at this point. Like, because when he showed up at the funeral like that, he was already an adult. Like, he was grown and he couldn't do it. And I know that was hard, too, because it was like I said, they were Jewish. I don't know how all that goes. I know the dad told him she died. He showed up but couldn't go in. And I know that's like, I would never be mad at him for that because of the trauma he went through. But for him, on the inside, he probably was beating himself up because it's like, my mom died, but she also was the reason I fractured and broke, and I can't bring myself to go in. So, like, it's hard because he wasn't there for, like, the last moments they had to, like, you know, for her passing. But it was at the same time, for him, he couldn't do it. Like, who's to say if he went in, he didn't fracture further? Like, you know, who's to say that wasn't, like, gonna be a trigger or traumatic victim? Because him just not even going in, he broke down in the middle of the street and turned into Steven. So I can only imagine what would happen if he actually went in. Then, you know, people gonna always in your face, are you okay? How are you holding up? You know what I'm saying? Like, all this other kind of stuff. I'm awkward when people die because I'm like, everybody don't want that comfort. Like, everybody don't want somebody around them. Some people want to be alone. Everybody grieves differently, like I said. So, it's just like, I know his dad probably wanted him there, yeah, but for him, he couldn't do it. So you have to respect that. So that was like, the whole situation itself is sad for their family. Like, they lost a child. The mom broke in her own way. She didn't fracture like Steven did, but she broke from that mentally. The dad had to see it all happen and deal with it in his own way too. And then Steven broke as a child from his, like, I'm sure as a child he already felt guilty for his little
You
brother
mean
dying.
Mark.
I'm sorry, Mark. He already felt guilty from his little brother dying. Then for your mom to come at you like that too. Like they showed she wasn't showing up for his birthday, you know what I'm saying? Then she was beating on him and stuff like that. She could have been doing that while the dad wasn't there. Like you can't necessarily blame him either because she could have been doing that while he was at work or something. And then Mark not saying nothing. Like you know what I'm saying? So it's just like I don't feel like she should have been left alone with him, period, if he was working, but it's just like, bruh. I feel like Steven has the relationship with the fake or non-existent mom that Mark wish he would have had as he grew up older. Like, as he grew up. To be able to call my mama and tell her whatever. So, like, that whole scene where, like, he told Steven, like, it just came out that their mom was dead and he, like, lost it. Then he ended up in Dr. Harrow's office and he lost it again because he said it and they called and he was like, you don't have to do that. It's like he already kind of knew but didn't want to didn't want to face that she was dead because like when he was calling he was like, no, you don't have to bother her. You know, he always so sweet. And Steve, he was just like, you don't have to bother her. She don't like what he said, the telly people calling her like the sales people or some shit like that, calling her, and it was just like all that shit was just like sad and heartbreaking. But I still don't understand why losing Steven made the scales balance when we know it's a possibility he has more personalities too.
Because those personalities haven't been acknowledged yet. In a story point, story wise, as comic book readers, you would know that, oh, he has more than that. So you're questioning why did the scales balance? But for him, he doesn't know about these other personalities. So to him, the scales are balanced.
What's up, Jerlani? It's crazy because when I think this happens to real people, it's sad. But some people need coping space and time, and other people and people with DID turn that trauma into another personality in their life. Yes, some things are so traumatic that your brain, as a defense mechanism, fractures into different people to protect you from that hurt. Like, the mom was wrong for blaming Mark for that death, yes, but she was also going through mental trauma. She lost her child. That's why I said the dad should have gotten her help. Like, she wasn't like okay either. Not you saying Khonshu caused the flood. So in America, an Egyptian god just said, I'm gonna fuck over this little boy, kill his brother, so one day 30 plus years in the future he'd be mine. Like he didn't already have an avatar before that, aka Harrow, at some point. So why? So did he also cause the dude that showed up with Mark to shoot her dad so that the girl Layla may end up being his avatar one day too? Like, that don't even make sense. They were literally in America. Khonshu, he became Khonshu's avatar after he was in Egypt. Like, I don't understand how y'all pull shit out of thin air like that. I mean, I just feel like, but you have to, I know some of y'all don't have kids. So, like, the way I'm going to phrase this is like.
Does that say 114?
Where?
At the top.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
So y'all have to understand, you can't like watch your child forever, and they're kids. Like, they supposed to play outside. Like, when you think about the age Mark is now, and you go back to when he was a kid, it was like probably the 80s or something like that, to when kids actually went outside and fucking played, and their parents went on their ass about them playing outside.
The 90s, yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like, if you tell your kids be home when the fucking street lights come on, or you tell your kids don't cross the street without somebody, or make sure you look both ways, you expect your kids to do that. You can't always be there for them. And then I don't feel like that cave was necessarily all the way underground. I don't know if they inspected where they went or not. But as a parent, she did tell them don't come and play here when it rains. But kids gonna do what they want to do anyway. Like, yeah, it's sad, but that's just like me telling my child, make sure you look both ways before you cross the street. So if you choose to fucking walk outside one day and don't look both ways and cross the street and get hit, what can I do about that? I'm gonna be at blame because my child crossed the street without looking, even though I was at work or doing something else? Like, before they walked off, she told them to be careful. And she had told them, I'm pretty sure that's not their first time doing that. She told them, don't play in it when it rains. Kids are going to be kids. Kids are going to do whatever they want to do. You could tell your child, oh, you on punishment for a week. Don't fucking, you can't talk to your friends. You can't do blah, blah, blah. And then while your ass sleep, they can sneak out the window and be at the club somewhere. And then if the club burned down, tragically, I'm at fault because my child snuck out. Like, y'all have to realize, like, now y'all would be the same motherfuckers that if y'all parents kept y'all in y'all room, locked up to y'all fucking bed, that's abuse. But then when your child give you freedom and something tragic happens, it's why wouldn't the parents blah, blah, blah. Mm-hmm. Like, there are parents that are negligent and let their kids be in places they not supposed to be, knowing the dangers and stuff like that. But you can't be around your child 24/7. That's why you're supposed to teach them to have common sense and not do stuff in certain situations. Trey tell our boys all the time, if you hanging out with your friends and they like, oh, I'm finna go rob, blah, blah, blah. He was like, you call me and I'm coming to pick you up and you tell them you finna go. Like, we not doing that. Like, you have to teach your kids the lessons they need to learn and hope that they act on them correctly. But, like, kids are gonna be kids. Outside playing, you find some new area to play, like, you gonna be nosy, like, ain't no guarantee what's gonna happen. That same thing could have happened to them outside of a cave. They could have went down by the riverbed and the current could have picked up because of the rain and the boy could have slipped in. Then what? What if it wasn't a cave? What if they was literally just standing outside by a little stream and then, like, the current picked up and then the boy got swept away, but, like, he couldn't catch him in time. Then what? And the current picks up and ends over some kind of fucking waterfall or into, like, a deeper pond, and he still ended up drowning. Like, y'all have to realize, as tragic as situations are, sometimes things are gonna happen anyway. Even if that was preventable, it still could have happened a different way if that was his time to go. Like, it's sad, yes, but you can't blame any one person for what happened. Cause it was sunny outside and they were barbecuing, and then next thing you know, it was fucking raining hard and that water came up quick. Like, soon as Steven walked in, the water was like under the soles of his shoes, and in the next scene, it was up his ankles. Like, it was up. There, I was like, but, like, you're trying to blame this tragic situation on somebody that was in New York. Like, Khonshu just picked some random boy to kill their son. I mean, to kill their brother. Or let their brother, like, accidentally die or some shit like that. For what? He already had an avatar somewhere. He's had different avatars, so I don't get the reasoning behind it. Okay, well, you keep believing that somebody must hurt you. Like, since you just got a point blame on somebody specific. Like, my whole thing is, he got punished for, like, changing the sky or whatever to, like, make a point to do whatever. So, like, if you was over there, like, doing stuff like that, wouldn't the other gods have snatched you up if you was doing shit like that beforehand? Since they kind of keep tabs on what the fuck y'all be doing anyway.
Bro.
If he was literally... And then, you know what? The fucked up part about you not listening to the story at all, Khonshu doesn't kill people. He doesn't punish people until after they've done something bad. So why would he take this child's life to get somebody to be an avatar for him? That one goes against everything that his whatever gods have. Like, that will go against all of that.
Boom. Your
mother, thank you for the donation. These goddamn bots, y'all ain't got nothing else to do. Go clear student loans.
That is actually...
But I'm like, he doesn't punish people until after they've done something wrong.
So what did
now, had it been the alligator lady, you know what I'm saying, that would have been a different story, because she's taking people out the game before they do anything. So where your reasoning at now?
So where's your retort? What did the little boy do? What did the little boy do?
I'm just trying to understand why the fuck, like, you keep trying to blame it on Khonshu, and, like, all the gods have their own little thing. He doesn't punish people until after they've done something bad. So what did this child do? You know what I'm saying? And then he still sends people to do that. Like, he sends people to kill people. So how you get the right to do that? He can keep talking. It don't bother me because if I feel like I can debate, you know what I'm saying? Like, I have my facts and what I believe and you can have yours. I'm not going like, unless you spoiling me, then I'll come at you wrong. But it's like, you really going hard on the fact that Khonshu made Mark believe that he killed his little brother. But I'm like, that goes against everything with their Egyptian culture that he would be as that god or whatever. Now the alligator lady, she snatched people's souls regardless. Like, she don't even give them a chance to do nothing wrong. That's why the underworld was in disarray before the show went off. That's why I'm assuming she was locked up in the first place. Because that was wrong. So if Khonshu was killing people to get avatars, you know what I'm saying, wouldn't they have locked him up before now too? Wouldn't that be wrong? So please don't stop talking when I come at you with a rebuttal. Okay, well, don't talk no more then. Since now all of a sudden when I got a rebuttal, you want to shut the fuck up. Now I can come at your ass how I want because you want to stop talking.
No, it's not that they want to stop talking. You hit them with facts and you hit them with common sense, and they have nothing to refute your common sense when you said about how the God
I'm telling y'all right now as mods, if ain't nobody spoiling, y'all don't have to block them or delete their comment. Like, that's the only thing I care about. If they ain't spoiling or they not being racist or disrespectful or whatever like that, you don't have to block them. If they being disrespectful, you can leave that shit too because I'm coming at their ass about that too. But I'm like, you can't... Who? Not them making another count. You must love our skin color if you here. Couldn't you be watching somebody else of the paler variety? Where your brothers and sisters at in paleness? You can't go find none of them to play with? You here, but you over here giving us statistics and views and all this other kind of shit.
I don't know, man. Trey is at the point.
Favorite Big Mac, so fucking dumb. Like, it's more than one. What's your favorite Big Mac? Like, that's but like, child. I was gonna say something.
It's like Trey just don't care about the certain stuff. But
yeah, Harrow is working with one of the other guys. That probably was her old man. Like, that's probably somebody ain't want to see her get locked up. And then his hands clean because Harrow did it. So, you know. But you still talking though.
But I mean,
you saying people telling you to shut up, but you still making comments, but you won't comment on what I said. So, but you still talking. It's all up to Layla, I guess, or the third personality. It's third, not third. Not threeth. So I don't know what they did with Layla, because like they shot him. I don't know what they did with her, because Layla was there, but he on the surface he would have had enough time to resurrect this actual lady for the underworld to be in disarray, because they make it seem like she's back and taking lives, because they said people were dying before they were before their hearts were weighed or balanced or something like that. So that means she already back. So I don't know what they did with Layla. I'm hoping she's still fine, but I'm assuming we won't see that until the next episode. But I can say I love how the afterlives look for the different cultures, like how we got to see it in Black Panther, and now how we got to see it for, you know what I'm saying, for them over here in Egypt, like the pyramids, the Field of Reeds and all that stuff. Like that, those shots are just like gorgeous. So like I wonder what we gonna see next. Somebody gotta be okay some kind of way though, because I would think they had a way to come back, and then for him to come back and heal, because she said even if you go back, you still got 2 bullets in your chest, so they have to bring Khonshu back too. So somebody would have to do, unless Layla got away, and she gonna be the one to bring him back. There probably is Osiris. I can't remember what they say his name was in that room that was working with him, but it probably is. Whenever you ready to go, we can go.
You ready?
I want to go eat. So whenever you ready to go, we can go.
All right, we can roll. Like, I talked about everything I wanted to talk about. I talked about all the shows.
I mean, that's possible. Am I the only one who thinks time passes differently in the do-what in the afterlife? Like, it could be, like, it could have been a long time for us, but it still could have been, like, but it still would have been enough time passed, like I said, though, for him to resurrect that lady, because then the soul started, like, coming in, like, she had started killing people already. So, like, even if it wouldn't have been that long, like, it's still probably the same day, but enough time would have passed that, you know what I'm saying, for that to happen. Did Mark pass on already when he was in the reeds? I don't know, because like she made it seem like they had to get to the gate because that was the only way back. But then once Steven fell off, his scales balanced. So I don't know like what happened.
You know what I'm tripping off on? Like how the gods, you know what I'm saying, fucked over Khonshu, and it's like, bro, we got snapped out of existence a few years ago. Like, so him rewinding the stars ain't all that out that fucking that ain't out of the norm for us right now.
Well, their whole thing was they didn't want people to know that gods walk among them. They didn't want people to know that they exist.
Thor is a fucking god.
But he ain't an Egyptian god though. The Egyptians like, bitch, we cool over here. We don't need nobody coming over here on these pyramids crying, asking for shit. They probably like, we don't need none of that. We don't need nobody coming over here begging to bring their grandma back. We don't need none of that shit over here. They probably just like, nah,
but
we ain't got nothing to do with that. Cause as soon as you know they exist, why y'all ain't do nothing to save people? Why you ain't do nothing to help us when the fat bitch jumped on us? Why ain't do nothing else? That's the first thing they gonna do when any superheroes or gods come up there. Ain't nobody know about where was you at when Thanos snapped.
Yeah, cause they on the
Cause they did that exactly. They gonna be like, y'all can do all this shit and y'all ain't help when the bitch jumped on us. So that's when they gonna be like, but you want somebody to worship you? Look, that's what they gonna be like. Y'all want worshipers, but y'all ain't saved them hoes. Wouldn't they be getting judged before their time? Look, they gonna be like, I'm telling you, they gonna come with every rebuttal in the book. That's why I'm like, they probably like, nah, people built different. We good. We don't need everybody knowing we exist. They gonna be over there trying to dig everybody and their mama up then. They gonna be going through all the sarcophaguses and shit and the pyramids. So
we gonna go. We got stuff to do. Thank y'all.
Not they said the Egyptians stopped praying. That's why they stopped helping. Well then. Well, we're gonna get out of here though. I gotta enjoy the rest of my birthday weekend. I'm finna go get wine and dine. So y'all enjoy. Depending on how I feel later, I might do a stream on Twitch because I like music. You know, YouTube strips you of your personality when you have to post stuff over here. But Twitch about to get left behind too because they doing too much over there too. But
you know they finna take away the friends thing, right?
They finna take away the friends thing, and if you a partner, your percentage finna go from 70% to 50%.
What?
Yo, you ain't see the rest of that. That ain't the only thing that's taken away. They finna make a whole bunch of changes. You can put more ads, I guess, to get money in your own that people watching. But the partnership thing, instead of being 70-30, it's finna be like 50-50.
Boy, when Tim the Tap Man left, they were hurt. What?
It's a whole bunch of people left, but I'm like, that's why people leaving though. If you got, cause if I build my name up, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I use your platform, but people are paying for the sub. You know what I'm saying? You still making your money. But why should you make more money than me off my name after what I built? You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
So why not go somewhere where the split is better? That's why people move around. Like, these people got families and they work hard on their content. Once they get built up, why should I be paying you for blah, blah, blah?
50%? Not 60-40?
That's showing you how hard times is out here, though. I'm telling y'all watch. All this shit is happening at the same time. Y'all give it time and watch what's gonna be happening with the.
So it must gonna be easier for people to make partner now.
Yeah, they finna change the like the way for you to get partner or whatever. But of course, cause they gonna still need they money, cause you know people gonna leave when you change it or do something else, so they gonna make it so it's easy to get partner. I ain't never really cared about it. At one point I did, but then I was like, you know what? I don't stream enough to give a fuck anyway.
I worked hard for like 3-4 years.
Thank you, James Brown.
Fuck it. I was just like, yeah, whatever, bro.
But you still talking. I don't understand why people say that, but then like you still talking.
What now? Jesus.
But anyway, y'all have a good one. I'm not finna stress. I'm too cute today to do that. I'll catch y'all, for those of y'all who do follow me on Twitch, and I think I'll post it on YouTube before I stream because I probably do like Roblox later and some VR. I'll see if I can get my husband to play paintball with me later if he want to get on Roblox since we ain't played in a while. But
I ain't touched Roblox in over a year.
I know you ain't touched it in a long time, so that's why I was like, it's up to you if you want to play. I feel like throwing myself off a cliff and breaking some bones and like. So we'll see.
Shut up, bitch.
Oh, don't be doing my dog like that. All right, y'all. Y'all have a good one. I'll see y'all if y'all come back later on Twitch. I don't know what time yet, but I'll post it beforehand. So y'all have a good one.